Hello, my name is Beth Pack, and this is my technology lesson plan video. I will be teaching today from a website called usalearns.org. I use it on many occasions in my classroom to teach. My students are adults. They are intermediate level 3. All right. This is the homepage of the USA Learns website. Every student will have their own account if they have an email account, so they can learn at their leisure when they're at home. But initially, I do teach through it to get them familiar with this website. It does have level 1 right here. Now, see, I teach with Eastland Career Center, and so I can see what they do. I am their teacher, even when they are working from this website. So Eastland ESOL, and then English +1 or 1+. A lot of my students are very interested in this, the U.S. citizenship course. They are very interested in that, and they do go through that themselves sometimes. And then they have level 2, Eastland ESOL program class level 2. And Eastland English and Reading, level 3. And that is what we will be teaching from today, what I will be teaching from today. Every lesson starts out with a story. And then it moves on from there, learning vocabulary, all right? I am going to teach the first several words of the vocabulary and then try to move on to the next little lessons or the little sections to give you an idea of what is available and how they are taught. All right, we're going to start out with the community rebuilds the playground. We go into the basic story, all right? And you can have this read to you. If you click on listen, it will be read to you. But because this is my teaching video, I probably need to go ahead and read this myself. All right? All right, I will begin. A very nice playground was built almost 15 years ago. It had slides, sandboxes, and tunnels. Children who lived in the area liked to play there a lot. Then it was ruined. Someone burned it to the ground. Parents and children were very upset and sad. Many parents and neighbors hoped the playground would be rebuilt. After the playground was destroyed, organizers got together to work on rebuilding the playground. They got new materials and were ready to rebuild. They chose a day on a weekend to start building so that people could help. The weekend they chose to rebuild was not very good for working. It was raining. The organizers were worried that people would show up to help, would not show up to help build the new playground. Almost 400 people showed up to help. Wow. One woman said that she was very worried about the weather ruining their plans. She was extremely happy when she showed up and saw so many people there to help. A little girl had said how nice the park used to be. Lots of children were sad when the park was burned down. She said that it was a fun park to play at. Many people came out to help rebuild the playground. Bad weather did not stop volunteers from getting the work done. They are sure they will finish the project on time. Very good, very good. That's a very good story. All right, we're going to move on. Next, we'll click on next. Okay, and then we will click on new word. All right, and they said the word for you. Burned. You see it on the bottom here on the blue line. Burned, burned. And if you want it to listen to it, burned. What does it mean? It means to have been destroyed by fire. To have been destroyed by fire. Okay, we'll move on. Next, we'll click on next. Okay, click on new word.
Extremely.
Extremely. You see that word on that blue line there. Extremely. And you can listen to it said to you again.
Extremely.
Extremely. What does it mean? It means very. Now remember to write down, to get a piece of paper and a pencil and write down these vocabulary words and their definitions, because you will need them later on as you go through the different questions and games in this lesson. All right, we'll move on. We'll do 2 more words, and then I'm going to move on to a different activity, if it will let me. There we go.
Neighbors.
Neighbors. Neighbors. You see it right here. You can listen to it again.
Neighbors.
Neighbors. All right. People who live near each other. People who live near each other. Organizers. Organizers. There we go. People who plan things and make them happen. All right. Very good. All right. We are finished with learning some of the vocabulary. I want to move on. You see that well, number 1 here, we learned the new words. Now we're going to number 2, which is definition match. Definition match. You notice this right here, the completed part. So we only did half of the words, right? But we're going to move on, and how much you finish, you will see how much you've done in these little boxes. All right, we'll do the definition match now. We'll just do the first couple. All right. Okay, so we're looking at the definition of a word. All right, so here's the definition right here in the blue box. To have been destroyed by fire. What does it mean? It means, if you look at your paper where you wrote down the vocabulary and their definitions, it would be burned. Burned. Yes, we got it right. Yay! All right, moving on. Now we have another definition. It is very. Now, what is the definition, or the word that we're looking for? It is extremely. Extremely. Yes, we got it right. It says correct on the bottom there. Yay! We'll do 2 more. The definition is people who live near each other. People who live near each other. So what is the vocabulary word that goes with that? I believe it was neighbors. Neighbors. Very good, we got it correct. Yay, 2 stars. And finally, we're just going to do this one last one. People who plan things and make them happen. Do you remember what vocabulary word that was? Organizers. Organizers. All right, here we go. We got it right. Yay! Very good. So that is all that we're going to do for now. I am running out of time, but just for future reference, they will give you the opportunity in number 3 to spell it using the keyboard to spell out the word. Then on number 4, it gives you the opportunity to say it. They will first, you will have a microphone with some headphones, and you can say the word into the microphone. You will first hear it, then you will say it, and then you will push a button that will allow you to hear the word said, and then how you say it. So you will hear it said, and then you will hear how you say it. So it's about pronunciation. Then there's a game called concentration. There's multiple choice, drawing conclusions. This is more answering the questions about the story. And then a story quiz. If you want to write something about it, you can. And that is recorded as well for a bit of an assessment. So I highly recommend this program. And I've used it many times, and my students, because of this quarantine, they use it a lot. So thank you so much. Thank you for watching my video.